My name is Randy Houchins, a parent of 2 middle school children. I thank you for allowing me to address you today. In October, I gave you examples from grades 3 through 8 of how STAR assessments are starting to test methodology instead of knowledge of mathematics. Today, I will show you how Algebra 1 has been affected by the new TEKS and increased rigor, or the emphasis on conceptual understanding over knowledge of basic skills. First, let's recap what I covered in my last testimony. These are the examples from the STAR test. This first one is an example from the 2015 fifth grade STAR, where they're testing a methodology of multiplying decimals using an area model. The student does not even have to get the correct answer to the math problem. They only have to recognize the method. Also from the 2015 fifth grade STAR, here's another problem where the student doesn't have to perform any math, just recognize the pictorial models. Pictorial models are a method for performing division. The next one is an example from 2015 sixth grade STAR of testing methodology of multiplication using a number line. They don't even have to do the math, just the number line. And the next one is from 7th grade STAR, testing methodology of solving an algebraic expression 2x plus 5 equal 11 using a pictorial model. As I understand the Education Code, Title II, Public Education, Subtitle F, Curriculum, Programs and Services, Chapter 28, Courses of Study, Advancement, Subchapter A, Essential Knowledge and Skills, Curriculum Section .002I, the State Board of Education shall adopt rules for the implementation of this subchapter, except as provided by subsection J. The board may not adopt rules that designate the methodology used by a teacher or the time spent by a teacher or a student on a particular task or subject. I believe that the 2012 TEKS are in violation of this statute. We have now seen how the TEKS and STAR assessments are starting to focus on specific methodologies. The TEKS spell out specific methodologies that must be taught and then assessed, checked if the student can recognize the methodology, not whether they can really solve the problem using whichever methodology they choose. I implore you to seek an Attorney General opinion on whether the current TEKS are in violation of TEC Chapter 28, Section 28.002. Now let's look at what I've seen in some of the Algebra 1 this year. This year is the first year the 2012 TEKS are being taught, and this year will be the first year the new TEKS will be tested on the STAR assessment. I look forward to the release of the 2016 STAR Algebra 1 questions so I can evaluate them. I took the 2014 STAR test and the 2015 STAR test. It took me an hour and 50 minutes to do the 2014 test, and it only took me an hour and 11 minutes to do the 2015 test. 2015 was easier than 2014. Now, here are some examples of what's going on in algebra because of the new TEKS. Below is a problem that my daughter brought home on her 15th of January assignment. It's from McGraw-Hill Algebra 1 textbook. This problem covers Chapter 111.39.11b, solve for x. My daughter was confused for this. The x is in the exponent, so you have 9 raised to the 2x plus 3 equal 2,187. She was confused. All of her instructions she had been given, including the example problems in her new TEKS-aligned online textbook, see example 5b included in your handout, was to solve the exponent, you had to make the base the same. But what exponent of 9 gives an answer of 2,187? To solve this problem, Algebra 1 students are told to guess and check to solve. Here is what that looks like. So you say 9 squared is 81. Well, that's lower than 2,187. So 9 cubed is 729, still too low. 9 to the 4th is 6,561. Oh, that's too high. So let's guess something in between. This is not mathematics. So
I'd like you to finish. Let him finish. Yeah.
So if you pick 3.5, you've got it, and you can then get on to solving the actual algebra problem. 2x plus 3 equals 3.5. And you can solve for x is 1/4. You can see the example here. On question 80, it was even harder. But if you could recognize that 9 times 9 is 81, then you could get to the simple math. But why do these problems seem so hard? For the 2012 TEKS, this is what rigor looks like in Algebra 1. where the teachers have the students guess and check because they are teaching concepts that are 2 years above their grade level. They are not teaching this because they want to, but because it's required in the new TEKS. Here's how simple these problems are solved when taught the log function, an Algebra 2 TEK in the 1998 TEKS. Problem 54 is straightforward. When you take the log, you can see how you actually use a mathematical process to solve this, a mathematical function, not guess and check. And you can see 80 is the same way. So straightforward math versus guessing and checking. So it's this increased rigor that has caused that. So again, thank you for your time and your attention. Any questions?
Thank you.
Mr. Mercer?
Just a question.